Gina isn't carrying anything. Oh, that's because she's currently wearing it. Huh? The hat. Oh. The pledge that she withdrew was that coat. Oh. Huh. Oh yeah, it is new. I think, maybe. What? Looks the dog's dinner, don't it? And it fits perfectly because it's mine. Then what's with the disc? Oh. This is her new pledge. New pledge. Another pledge? Why? Well, basically, this child brought both money and a pledge ticket here today. It was to withdraw that nice-looking black coat, right? Yes, yes. And then when she put the coat on, did she find the disc? She carefully dug through the coat pockets. The pockets? And that's when she found the disc. What? I am a lady, you know. Stop staring at me like a creep. Sheesh. Oh, does that mean she found it in her pocket? Indeed, she found this. And so she tried to pledge it right away. And at a high price. This is becoming even more suspicious. How rude. I'm just trying to pop it like anyone else would. By the way, who pledged that coat in the first place? Well, I did, obviously. But that coat seems a little too big for you. It's me. It's me dad's. It's me old man's coat. More suspicious. Oh my god. Is that so? I doubt I have to explain it to anyone else here, but she's clearly lying. Excuse me. Now who's this? Whoa, are you? Who is this? He seems like a very stereotypical English gentleman. How are you all on this fine day? Hey, this is the same music as when we first spoke with Cosney. What do you want? I have business with the owner. I'm asking you to leave this place immediately. If you want to scream and shout like a commoner, better you do it outside. Are you off your trolley? I'm not finished with my business yet. Look at you, Mr. Gentleman, trying to jump the queue. My. Don't strain yourself as you try to keep up your innocent facade. You rotten pickpocket. What? Who are you? How do you know me? How do I know you? You mean to tell me that you do not have the decency to remember the faces of your prey? Uh-oh. I stole from you? Shopkeeper? Yes? This wretched pickpocket just redeemed a pledge from you, correct? Was it his coat? Well, yes. That belongs to me. I demand its immediate return. What? You're lying. I don't know what you're yapping about. Now return that coat to me. Oh, and... the disc. What the hell? I ask that you return that music box disc. As well, of course. No. Abso-bloody-lutely not. After all, it's me dad's, so technically it's also mine. Oh my god. Naruhodo. This seems to have become a rather dire situation. You're right. We should probably ask for more information. Oh boy. his accusation. Gina, is this man telling the truth? He's lying, obviously. I'll eat me hat. I ain't never seen that man in me life. Tell me. Was that pledge ticket that you gave me stolen? I just told you that I didn't nick it, I swear. It happened quite recently while I was walking down the street. All of a sudden, this girl shoved me aside, then I came to the realization that a filthy little pickpocket had stolen from me again. Again. As you can see, I dress quite sharply. This is not the first time I've been targeted by the wretched bunch that haunt the alleys. Now, how about you return my quality coat to me? Now, hurry and give this gentleman back his coat. If you try to waste his time, I won't hesitate to call the police. Hold on just a bloomin' cotton minute. Why do you think I'm the liar? That ponce of a gentleman is way more suspicious than I am. I have to say, that is a bit of a stretch. Proof. Yeah. Evidence. Do you have any proof that I nicked it? I bet you bloody well don't. Proof? Why, of course I have proof. You what? Well, she asked for it. Proof. What is this proof? Proof that the pledge that Gina withdrew belongs to this gentleman. Oh, in that case. Okay. All we would have to do is look at the shop's ledger. The ledger should have the names of everyone and their deposited pledges. Oh, really? I'm afraid that won't quite work. What? Our shop operates in such a way that our customers are not required to give their names. But why? Well, you know, I'm sure everyone has their reasons for pledging their items. There are a surprising number of people who would rather remain anonymous. Okay, I understand that, but in that case... how can you discern who actually pledged an item? Simple, really. Sir, may I ask for the password for that pledge? Of course you may. Professor. Yes, that is indeed the password. This should suffice as proof, no? This man is the real owner of the pledge. So you use a password, huh? Password. Hatch, could you tell us more about this password? As I mentioned earlier, when a customer pledges something, I do not ask for their name. After all, there are many circumstances in which they may wish to keep a secret. Pretty sure Hatch just glanced at Mr. Holmes there. Oh, I didn't even realise where he was. There is no way a great detective would have any dark secrets. And so, when someone makes a pledge, we decide on a password. In saying that, it's very much like the code to a safe. We confirm the date and the pledge, and then choose a password. I then give the customer a pledge ticket. When someone withdraws a pledge, they must supply both the ticket and the password. So if you've got the correct password, you can withdraw it. Exactly. Of course, I also take the fee. And as you've just seen, I gave him the correct password. The date was 2 months ago, on the 15th of February. The pledge, a high-class coat. And finally, the password is Professor. Indeed, you've given me all of the necessary information. No way. I believe you'll agree that there is no room for doubt. Okay, so can I talk to the other guy? Oh, I can. Right, what's he got to say? Who are you? Excuse me, who are you? Excuse my rudeness, but what about yourself? You don't appear to be from Britain, at least not by appearance. That is correct. Right, we're exchange students from the Empire of Japan. I see, the Empire of Japan. I have certainly heard of it. What the fuck? That is the nation where people eat the very strong brown soup filled with spices, correct? I think you have the wrong country in mind. He moves like he's trying to look posh. Yep. Never mind which country it is, if you call yourself a gentleman, then it's only proper to offer your own name before demanding to know someone else's. Oh, my name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense attorney studying British law. And I'm Sasuto Mikatoba. I'm currently Naruhodo's legal assistant. I see. So that's it. I am... well, you can call me Egg Benedict. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Despite its graceful movements, that is the most suspicious name I've ever heard. No, I believe we are done here. Yeah, Eggs Benedict most certainly is. What the f... I would ask that you return my coat to me now. All that poncy dancing is seriously starting to get me a little shirty. Oh my. Well. Now then. Thank you so much for your patronage, Mr. Egg Benedict. I really don't understand this guy's movements. Your interest rates certainly are reasonable. This won't be the last time you see me. This is why I hate grown-ups. I'm a pickpocket, so of course I'm a liar, right? No sir, may I have the music box disc? Of course, Mr. Benedict. Here you are. Is that all? Excuse me? I'm fairly sure that I pledged more. What else could there be? Well, sir, I'm afraid that black coat was the only thing that was pledged in the first place. It just so happened that the disc was in one of the pockets. You underhanded little thief. You hide yet more of my possessions. What are you on about? I don't have nothing of yours. Very well. I will leave it at that for now. Or for now then. Good day. No, hold on a sec. That pledge. That's mine. Ooh. What are you doing, you stupid girl? Look, you've made me bleed. There's blood on the disc. The disc is covered in tiny metal protrusions. Oh, I see. They must be sharp enough that he cut his finger on one. Oof. This is me praise. I mean, this is me dad's disc, alright? There's no bloody way I'm handing it off to you. Or you, take it. What? Me? Oh dear. They take it away from me, but if you keep hold of it for a while. Gina. Why is she so fixated on this disc? Music box disc. Used to operate a music box, it plays music by reading carvings on a small metal disc. I don't quite know what music it plays. No, you dark Japanese boy. I would certainly appreciate it if you were to hand over that disc. No, don't. Every adult is a liar. Uh-oh, this isn't good. How on earth am I supposed to resolve this? Holmes! Holmes! Give me a hand, please, Holmes. Mr. Holmes? You seem to be having an awful lot of fun playing with that machine. And gnawing at that at that bar of caramel. Finally! You finally found me, Master Naruhodo. Huh? When that pickpocket girl told me to leave her alone, I fled into the corner. And the outcast Sherlock Holmes was forced to watch while everyone else had fun. The fact that I could not do nothing but watch made me all the more ashamed. To conceal my embarrassment, I pretended to have the time of my life with this dull machine. With my one true friend, this bar of caramel. Oh my god, it's got his name on it. S. Holmes Caramel. But you couldn't bear to see me like that, could you? I was so alone. So very alone and afraid, Master Naruhodo. Okay, stop. I came to ask you to help us out in this argument. We're in a real pickle right now. Well, I did hear the gist of your conversation, or rather... shall I say that I stood silently and strained my ears to devour every single word. I didn't realise you were so lonely. Oh, Mr. Holmes, my heart breaks for you. It seems... the time has come. What? Mr. Holmes, you couldn't possibly mean... you completely worked out the situation? Miss Susato, look at me, a genius of deduction. I often stop and ask myself... were I to pawn myself off, how much would I be worth? Looks like Mr. Holmes has something in mind. Though I have no idea if he'll be able to break through this stalemate. Is it time to unleash Sherlock Holmes's great deductions? Of course! Come one, come all! Well, hello there, Miss Gina. I see you're in quite the pickle. Oi, how late are you? What in the hell have you been doing all this time? Oh? When a lady's in trouble, you gotta help her out on the double. What a lovely lady. Pardon me, but you are... Mr. Egg Benedict. You truly are one of those gentlemen, much like a department store full of curious features. In any case, I am prepared to present two unshakable conclusions about you. What on earth are you talking about? The first conclusion. You have another reason for coming to the shop, and you dare not tell us why. Ooh! What about the second? And the second conclusion? You are planning a great crime that involves a considerable deal of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, how many pounds would you say my reasoning is worth? Ooh, that's a different pose. What? He's gone totally pale. Boo-doo-doo. He's done it again. Sherlock Holmes knows it all. How dare you? What manner of man are you? Yes, yes, perfect. That's just the reaction I wanted from you, Egg Benedict. Alright, let's do it. Now everyone, shall we begin? Come one and all to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason. Yes! Deductions start, the game is afoot. So conclusion one. His goal. I'm just waiting for the clicks of the fingers. Let's begin with a simple question. Why did you show up here in the first place? Earlier you claimed that you were after the pickpocket who stole your pledge ticket. But that was a lie, wasn't it? You have some other reason. Ooh. Indeed, the true reason you came here is right there in your hand. The alluring scent that brought you to the shop came from this job posting. Incorrect. What you hold in your hand is undoubtedly a hiring flyer from this shop. But upon closer examination, you don't seem to be in dire need of cash. Thus I am led to believe that you had some special motive for coming here. I noticed that you just reflexively lifted your cane. I also noticed its major contradiction. On my cane? What balderdash? The contradiction, of course, I've no idea what that word is, concerns your cane's ferrule. There should have originally been a metal ferrule on the tip here. However, it is nowhere to be seen. The cane's wooden tip lies bare before the world. As such, there can only be one conclusion. Though it may appear to be a cane at first glance, the rod in your hand is actually no cane at all. It's a sword! I heard something rip. Huh, you seem quite shaken there. What's the matter? Your reaction will guide us toward the answer to our next question. That question. What is the true identity of that wooden stick? And your latest reaction all but confirms my theory. Though you tried to shroud the truth in darkness, it is illuminated by your cane's grip. I'll have you know that this struck me as peculiar from the very first moment I laid eyes on you. Feast your eyes on the shape of this cane's grip. Or perhaps I should call it a handle. Indeed, this cane is decidedly not a cane. Instead, it is clearly... oh. A spade. Or shovel. A shovel that has had its head broken clean off. What? What? Here's the conclusion. Your true motive was to find employment at this shop, for the sole purpose of digging up the floor. My word, what a dreadful crime you've concocted. What the what was that deduction? That was terrible! To dig a tunnel. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. But that's not all, Mr. Benedict. We've only just begun. I'm afraid I must expose your grand crime here and now. Don't be absurd. You say you intended to dig up the shop's floor with a broken shovel of all things. Then tell me, what exactly would I hope to find beneath this dilapidated shop? Ignoring the practically non-existent possibility of untold riches being hidden here. Exactly what would I stand to gain from doing such a thing? Nothing, I say. Sorry to break it to you, but there is indeed a reason to dig up the floor in the shop. You know it yourself, after all, don't you, Egg Benedict? The clarity with which your line of sight declares the truth surprises even me. What? So, why would you sneak into this shop and dig up the floor? The reason for that is clearly revealed by that circular that you just glanced at. I think he was looking at the gun. Circulars like these notify the citizens of London of important announcements. Notice, drainage pipe construction in progress. And according to the map of this notice, the drainage pipes in question are connected to the bank across the street. Drainage pipes? If you dug through the floor, the pipes would lead you straight to the bank. Beneath the bank across from us is a large underground vault. Really? Thus, your aim was to use the underground tunnel and carry out a bank heist extravaganza. Extravaganza? And at last we arrive at the heart of the matter. What sort of prize awaits you in the bank's underground vault? What? As it happens, a little birdie at Scotland Yard gave me an inkling of this prize's identity. Of course, you know the secret as well, isn't that right? What are you going on about? I don't know anything. I believe we're about to touch upon some rather intriguing proof that says otherwise. What you are truly aiming for is scrawled right here on this postcard. That postcard shows the World's Fair. As we near the grand opening, the final preparations are in full swing. Hey Tiara, how's it going? And I agree. They were a bit too cute. What did he always say? Was it roll on my love and then pat my sweet? Was always the thing that would end their dialogue. The government issued a supplementary grant to expedite completion of the Crystal Tower. And that very grant is being protected within the bank's underground vault. Really? Thus, your extravagant evil master plan can only be Eureka! Oh, he solved it. Your plan is to steal the fair's supplementary grant from within that vault. By the way, this is a guarded secret, even among the police. Keep this between us. His crime, stealing special funds. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed. Would I call them great deductions? Debatable. Here we go again. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes? Hey, what did you think of that one? That logic was so hot you'd hardly believe this detective is single and lonely. Jesus. Was that part about the bank vault across the street really true? Indeed. It's a secret among the British government that only the top of the top know. Inspector Gregson told me about it. He made me promise him not to tell anybody. Except you just shouted it out for the whole world to hear. Right. Hang on a second. Why would Mr. Benedict even know about such a top-of-the-top level secret? Nah, obviously. That's because he is a villain. But what if Mr. Benedict was actually a clueless villain? Surely he'd rush to buy a new shovel right away after hearing a secret like that. No, far from that. Even someone like Hatch, who seems like a nice guy, might start digging up the floor at night. No, I'm no villain, I tell you. Well, now you all see the lesson in this, right? Information must be handled as if it were the greatest prize of all. Oh. His animations were ridiculous. Like, at first it was just him trying to keep his hat on his head. But then when you bring them back into the trial, he's like really pissed, and it's like he's riding a horse. I was really confused. Once someone leaks top secret information, there's no taking it back. I'll keep that in mind next time I come to you for advice, Mr. Holmes. As you should. Well, Naruhodo, is it time for the same old song and dance? Of course. Let's review those grand deductions. Great deductions. Don't know why I said grand. Now, let's start over again. Come one and all to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason. Woohoo! Oh, my favourite part. Review start. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. Objection. Alright, so conclusion 1. Right, yeah. To dig a tunnel. Let's begin with a simple question. Why did you show up here in the first place? Earlier you claimed that you were after the pickpocket who stole your pledge ticket. But that was a lie, wasn't it? You have some other reason. Indeed, the true reason you came here is right there in your hand. The alluring scent that brought you to the shop came from this job posting. According to Mr. Holmes, Egg Benedict's plan was to become an employee here and dig a tunnel under the shop. Yes, supposedly his aim is the funds within the underground bank vault. Though I'm not sure how successful he would be if he tried to use a broken shovel. Which means he was most likely aiming for something else, right? Why did he show up now of all times? Well, as is usually the case, what's on the other side of that paper? Aha! What the fuck? Oh! Well, I'm guessing that's like a sketch of Gina? Scribble. Oh? There's something scribbled on the back of this flyer. What the heck? What does it say? It says, name, Gina Lestrade, Height, 5 feet 2 inches. Distinctive old green hat and waistcoat, wears an old blue bag and old white shirt. These are all of Gina's identifying features. What on earth? There's even a sketch of her right next to it. I bet she'd give us a smoke grenade to the face if we showed this to her. There's something about the shop written here as well. Hatch's Pawnbrokers, Baker Street. Last day of redemption period, 15 April. Wait a minute. The 15th of April. That's today. Why does Mr.